Welcome back. RealCopStoriesVideos.com. Over 390 cop stories. Please look them up. They're my babies. It's all police work. Gangs, vice, exploding bodies, little doggies licking faces off poor old ladies that have passed away. Look them all up, man. Some are really sad. Some are pretty funny. Okay, the funny ones are really funny. Okay, some things in vice, they're gross alerts, so I cannot unforget them 45 years later. So I'm telling you, you can enjoy them or be disgusted like I was. Okay, anyway. In addition to that, over 200 questions and answers. So I'm doing that now. If you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. And like I was saying now, the line's open. Ask me anything you want, police related, I'll answer you directly, okay? We're doing that now. Someone asked about policy changes and things that have changed over the years. I went from the choke out to nightsticks to beanbags to tear gas. I covered all that in the last few videos. Okay, here's the next one. Pursuit policy, vehicle pursuit policy. And you see on TV sometimes, oh man, it's getting really goofy out there. I'll tell you, it's strange. Okay, so back in the day, when I came on, we were trained. Obviously, we had an extensive training at the academy. We actually went for, I think it was 4 days, trying to remember right, 4 days of driver training. I'll get out, this is not an offshoot, this is what we were trained to do. Basically chase the instructors, with an instructor in the car with us. And imagine now, I have to say 99% of the recruits, we've never chased anybody in a car. We've drag raced with our buddies. We've drinking and driving not supposed to. We've raced down streets. We've done donuts. But this is the real deal here, And so it was a track down on a deserted military base that they set up with cones, and they give us a whole day of classroom, and what you should do, what you shouldn't do, policy, a whole day of just policy. Okay, so then you get out there, and they have what they call the soap pan. Okay, which is interesting. It was a circle, probably, I don't know, maybe 50, 100 feet in a 50 feet circle. And it had a water system over the top with sprinklers coming down, water jets. And they wanted to show you how to go into a skid and come out of a skid. Because we don't have snow here where we work. But we also have oil. We have rain that produces slick streets. We have a lot of stuff that they need to know how to get in and out of a skid. So you get in a car with an instructor, and he shows you how to do it. What they do is they get soap flakes, and they throw soap. And the pan it's not really, well, it is a pan. It's a recessed area, like a big bowl. Not very much recessed, but enough to keep the water in there. And they throw snowflakes in there, or snowflakes. They throw soap flakes all around this thing, and they turn on the water. And it makes it all soapy in there, And that's what they want. So then you come in there, and the instructor will be with you. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to come in here. I'm going to do 25 miles an hour, the average speed of a pursuit. At the time, I had no idea what he was talking about. Turns out later on, he's about right. 30 miles an hour in a pursuit, because you're making right turn, left turn, right turn, left turn. You can't go like TV where they're, Maricopa County, Arizona, 110 mile an hour pursuits. We don't do that, okay? It just doesn't happen. Anyway, so here he goes. And I'm sitting there like, okay, we're in his police car. He's driving. Comes in there. He turns the wheel. Just turns the wheel, and that's all he does. And the inertia of the car going forward, the car goes, complete circle. And there's a complete circle. Then he gives it the gas, and he drives out of it. You're like, whoa, that was awesome. Because I've never been around people that can drive like that. Never did. My dad didn't drive like that. No one drives like that. These guys are pros. They're instructors, and they're cops, and all these guys have 20 years on. They've been in 20 pursuits. I mean, these guys, this is a real deal here. Okay, fine. So then he goes, okay, you're going to do it next. What? Okay, so the car. And of course, like anything else, you don't do well. You don't do well the first time. Okay, you go in this, it's kind of like trying to do a dive off a diving board. You few belly flops. Yeah, pretty soon okay, I'm not much of a belly flop. Hey, I actually made it, and that kind of stuff. So here we go. First time I went through it, we're only doing 20 miles an hour. It seems, here he comes, He goes, okay, turn the wheel. Well, I turn it halfway, and it doesn't work. We kind of go like this. We go, goes, what are you doing? And this is the old days. Couldn't do it now because of snowflakes. Those days, what are you doing, stupid? Go back and do it again. Okay, so I go around and come back. He goes, turn the wheel. Okay, they're trying to make sure you learn this fast. Okay, so here we go. Turn the wheel. Now I'm watching. I go, whoa, because I'm spinning, and he's looking at me. He goes, now. And so I hit the gas, and I try to turn it back. Of course, I missed, and came out kind of funny. You're not going to spin the cars. They keep telling you, you're not going to flip any cars here. The only time you get a flip car, if you come into a corner too fast, you hit something solid, and you go over. But these cars are too big and too long. We're not driving Porsches or sports cars or MGs. We're driving big cars. You might slide and bounce and burn and blow a tire, but you're not going to flip the car. He said, this isn't television. He would say that. He's right. Okay, so anyway, so around third time, do it again. You almost had it. So I'm watching, here we go, and then he goes, now, and I turn it back and I hit the gas, out I go, and he goes, you did it, good one. I go, do it again. Oh, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. You're like, holy mackerel, 25 miles an hour. Scare the hell out of me, okay? Do it again. Okay, well, and I'm doing it. It was 35 in our class, so I'm doing it here, and 2 other PANs are doing it at the same time. My classmates, we're all doing it at the same time. Huge place. So, okay, do it again. Okay, goes, go to 45. Oh, man. Boom, boom. Okay. And now I've done it, so I think, okay, well, it's no big deal. It is a big deal, okay? Because you spin faster. It's like being one of those rides at the carnival, you know? So here we go. Believe it or not, I'm not bragging, but I think it's the same thing. You spin around, you're looking for a landmark, and you see that thing, and then you hit it, and off you go. You're straight out you go. You pop out like a cork. He goes, excellent. Okay, you're done with this one. And you have a checklist. Everybody has a sheet of things that you have to pass. And when you show up, the sheet is handed to the next instructor. You got your name? Okay. And he's checking off everything. Because they're doing that for, the department wants to know if everything's been handled. Well, you know how to do everything. So you're learning this. We chase each other all the time. You have one plain car, no markings on it, and all the other cars, well, I have 2 or 3 of those, but all the other cars are black and whites. So like, okay, this is a suspect, plain car, driven by an instructor, and you're in the car. It's kind of neat. I remember this stuff, guys, years ago. It's kind of neat. But you're in the car, passenger with the instructor. Okay, we're not going to go on pursuit. And it's huge. I mean, it's like a tarmac, but it's like huge. I mean, it's got to be a mile square of just cement, blacktop, where they used to use for aircraft, military aircraft. So you got a lot of room out here. And they have it all coned off, with a couple fake stop signs on it. So, okay, fine. So we're going to go on pursuit. Okay. So watch, we're going to line them up. So, he lights up the suspect. It's another instructor. He says, here we go. They haven't even taught us how to, if I'm being the passenger, how to broadcast a pursuit. That's done at the academy. Right now they're going to teach you driving. That's all they want to teach down here. Okay. Here we go. Realize the siren. Here we go. So I'm like, I'm hanging on, man. This is awesome. Again, I'm thinking we're going fast. I look over at the speedometer, 30 miles an hour. We're going like this, and, and he goes, okay, making a right turn. Here we go. Okay, so we do that for like maybe 2 minutes. And you think, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Long time. Okay. So we get down. Come back to the starting point. So they switch sides, the 2 drivers. So I'm sitting there going, okay. He goes, hey, you're in the driver's seat. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Okay, now I always consider myself a good driver. My dad, God bless him, taught me how to drive really well, stick shift and all that. I'm sure he has stick shift, popping the clutch and all the weird stuff. But I became a good driver because of my dad. So I thought it was pretty good. These guys are just like you driving a NASCAR guy and having the NASCAR drive a NASCAR. Okay, it's not even the same species. Okay, so I get behind the wheel, put the seatbelt on. Okay, you're all set. Okay, here we're gonna go. We're going in pursuit. All right. He goes, okay, fine. So we're behind him. I know where the red lights are at. He does it. Okay, here we go. We're in pursuit now. We're in pursuit. Okay. Well, the guy makes a turn, and I'm doing this. Makes another turn, I'm doing this. Get in closer. And they're yelling the whole time. The whole time, my right ear is just burning because he's yelling, turn now, turn left, give it gas. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh. Okay, and they've already taught you how to come into a corner, almost full speed, and then turn and power out of it, all this basic pursuit stuff. But now it's real, and chase him. Of course, the guy, he's getting away. And I'm thinking, how's he getting away? Is he accelerating? No, he's doing 30, stupid. I mean, he's not. It's because I'm doing 15. That's why he's getting away. Okay, so I'm over here trying to get around the corner. This guy, hurry up, let's go. So the first route really was funny because I remember I was messing up by the numbers, man. Wide turns, and you're supposed to come in hot, and I thought the brakes were going to go out. The brakes are not going to go out. I mean, all this stuff, man. It's just interesting to learn a lot of things you don't know about cars. They come in hot. Hot means you come into the corner about 30 miles an hour, and just before you make the turn, hit the brake hard, turn and accelerate. And when you do that, the brake gets hot quickly. Then when you let off the brake and accelerate, it cools them down. Okay, I didn't know that. I had cars where I remember going somewhere in a hurry one time, and I remember smelling the brake when you get there, like, whoa, and you feel the sponginess. He goes, no, that's not going to happen here. They had disc brakes in the front. That ain't going to happen. He says, you're not going to happen. The back brakes in those days were shoes. The fronts were discs. So he said, you lose some, but you won't lose it all. He was right. So anyway, the first run was funny. I didn't do anything. Let's do it again. Second run, a little better. Third run, better than that. This is working out really well, okay? And then about the 4th time, you got it. Because again, we're only going 30 miles an hour. And he kept saying that. You're going to be rarely have a long, fast pursuit. Just think about that, okay? Okay, fine. So anyway, so now back on track. So they teach you that. I'm trying to cover this real quickly, but it's basically pursuit driving 101. Just how to go into the corners, how to get out of a spin. They're doing the spinning in case you spin out, and how to get in and out, chasing guys and all that good stuff. And it was actually, again, we're out 4 days, so the third day was a lot more fun because the first 2 days was class, then the second day was getting yelled at, which I didn't really mind because I'm thinking they're gonna have to teach you, and this is the only way they do it. You know, I'm not a fuzzy, touchy guy. I'm ex-Marine. I go ahead and yell at me. I don't care. Not shooting at us yet. You know, it's good news. So, and then the end of the third day and into the fourth day, it was pretty much refining everything we did. They were actually going to grade you. The last day they had a grading procedure where how you do the skid pan, everything was graded. How you did the skid pan, how you did, you know, the pursuit driving. You had to take a test, drive backwards into certain spots, turn it around, and take it off the other way. And they showed you before you did that, before they taught that, get on this thing here. The instructor tell you how to turn around if you're in a pursuit. He says, "This is not the way. This is not the way to do it." So he's following pursuit. Suddenly makes a U-turn, comes back this way. This guy goes this way, turns the wheel, floors it, and he spins the car on skids and then takes off. He goes, "Do not do that." I'm going, "I want to do that." He goes, "You're not supposed to do that, man." That's what later on I did it when I had a probationer just to show off. I knew I could do it. But anyway, they want you to come in, back up, and 3-point turnaround. And that's the proper way to do it. So they grade that. How far you go in, how much you come out. Everything's graded the last day. And I'm proud to say that I led the class with 35. I was the number one. And they were pushing me around like, you know, this guy should be an instructor. And I was like, oh, whatever. But I just listened to what they told me and remember my dad and just be careful. I was very proud of that. A few times I graduated at 35 right smack in the middle. Mostly everything, shooting and physical training, but the driving was pretty good. It was the bomb for me. But anyway, it's okay. So now you do that for, again, 4 days. And then you get out in the real world, you know, and you're driving with your partners and pursuits in those days were pretty much, get back on track here, pretty much free for all. You hear a pursuit, everybody that's available responds. You know, I'm talking like, I've seen pursuits where there was 6-8 police cars behind, along with a couple of supervisors. It's a caravan of cars. All the red lights are going. Everybody got their sirens on. Because it's very rare that these happen. Unlike what you watch television, which they've edited down all these different places all over the country. Like I know in my division, we'd have a pursuit maybe once a month, maybe twice. It just doesn't happen that much, you know. Well, even now when you watch TV, locally here in the LA, Orange County area, you don't see pursuits every day. You know, a week, half will go by, and then I think like a couple weeks ago they had 2 within one night. But then it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen, you know. And so when it did happen, you're all excited, you know, and they had just one car chasing, and whoever could help the officers, everybody's lined up, and we felt we wanted to be that many cars, a lot of cars, because most of the time they either crash or bail out, and then there's foot pursuits, and you want to be able to back up the guys on foot pursuits. Well, that's nice if you have one driver, multiple suspects. If you have one driver, you don't need, you know, 10 cops chasing them. Okay. If you have 2 or 3 suspects, yeah, you might want to have 10 officers, you know, 2 here, 2 there. But yeah, so what happened is, again, it was liability. Okay. Officers were hurting themselves on pursuits. They were crashing their cars. They were bumping into other civilians, innocent civilians. This happens to this day, unfortunately. So the first thing they did was they told us that if you had an impossible pursuit, in other words, some car that's getting away from you, like a race car or a motorcycle or a Corvette or some hot vehicle, and it's pulling away. Remember now, we don't have high performance cars. We just have Plymouths and Matadors and whatever. You could call the pursuit off, and that was unprecedented. I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to continue on the next one about calling off pursuits and continuing on with the pursuit policy. Okay? See you next time.